Luke, we've seen you a couple times now call your own number late in the game, and I think you kind of said that you try to lead by example, show the guys you're willing to take a shot for them. What other ways do you try and kind of lead and show players that you're willing to be the guy?
Just being calm in those certain situations, and I think it really just kind of goes back to being in the off season of just showing them that you're working hard with them and doing all the proper things that I was going to take to get this team to the top and stuff like that. So I think it was really built in the off season, and just kind of in those game situations you got to be calm, cool, and collective, and just lead the unit. And I thought everybody on that offensive unit did a nice job on that last drive. So,
do you think there's something to making a point of being the last player to leave the practice field or the first player in line for a drill or something?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think in our position, there's a lot to do. That you need to get out there and you need to be on the field a little longer than all those guys because you want to get extra reps, get the timing down and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't think you always have to be the last guy out there. But I think it should be a point of you want to get extra work and you're trying to get better. It's not much for the show. It's much to just get the extra work. And
any other examples you can think of in times that maybe in the weight room or carrying bags or something that you think as the starting quarterback there's a responsibility to kind of be visible?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to show the guys that you're willing to work just like they are. I mean, work as hard as they are, putting in as much as effort as they do, and then you try to get in there a little more. And then there's stuff that they don't see, like you're watching film and all that. But I think a lot of guys on this team do a nice job of just doing extra work and really being good leaders on this team. So I think we have a lot of them.
You mentioned that everyone was kind of calm, cool, and collected at that final drive. Is that something you've always had, or when did you start to develop that confidence in yourself and in the team?
I mean, I think this offseason, just in the team, of just seeing how hard we've worked and stuff like that, and it comes down to those certain situations, and then I just always kind of believe in myself that I can play and all that. So I think if you don't believe in yourself, then how can the other guys believe in you? So that's kind of the mentality I took on that last drive, and I think that's kind of the mentality everybody had, and pretty gutsy win, I thought.
When was the last time you entered a game with 1 or 2 minutes to go, with the game kind of riding on that final drive, or have you ever entered a situation like that?
It's been a while. I think last time was like senior year high school and stuff, and those are the moments you dream about in your backyard. Coach Leach always says, want the play to happen to you. I mean, he always talks about us being in the backyard of, you didn't want somebody else making the play. I mean, you wanted to be the guy. So that's why you play the game. That's why you do everything you do for that last minute 34 of just having fun. You just got to do your job and have fun. So that's why you play.
Did you say anything, or did Leach say anything before that final drive? Or?
I mean, Leach just said after they scored that punt return, he's like, you feel how exciting it is here. Now just imagine when we score, how great that's going to feel. And I kind of tried to loosen him up too. I was like, Devin McCourty's here. He's going to put in good word for Tom Brady. So let's go score this drive here. So I was trying to lighten it up.
Coming off that first loss to Portland State, is this a game at least an example of what this team's capable of? Do you feel better coming off this game than you did, say, a week ago this time?
Yeah, I feel better. But I still think we have a lot to improve on. I mean, especially on the offensive side, we can do a much better job on third downs and stuff like that. But I thought there was a lot of positives of just showing, the tenacity of this team, not giving up, and in those big moments, making the plays and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I feel good about this, but we're done with that one and we're on to the next one.
In what ways did you do a better job than week one, do you think?
Just playing, playing the offense. I mean, we throw the ball around and just making the reads, throwing, stretching the field a little more, and I don't know, just kind of making certain plays in key situations. I think last week, the thing that plagued us is just we didn't make those plays when we needed them, and I thought we did a better job as a unit, and I thought I did a better job this week of just making those plays in certain situations.
It's got to feel like you have a lot of time back there.
Oh, I mean, I thought the offensive line played absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I need to go buy those guys a steak dinner or something right now because I had a lot of time, and they don't get nearly enough credit as they deserve, because on that last drive, I mean, there was only one play where I got touched and another sack was on me, but I had a lot of time, and they made it possible. And when they're going, we're going, and it just showed on Saturday night.
Does the assumption that you have more time, and then the reality that you have more time, does that change your game at all? Do you find yourself looking at the third and fourth check more and making that a big part of it?
Yeah, I mean, you're able to go through your full progression and stuff. If you're getting pressure that, you can only get a certain amount, and then you're kind of scrambling around. So it really starts with them, and I think I have better reads when I have more time and stuff like that, and I think every quarterback does. And so just those guys are a key part to this offense, a really key part to the whole team of just getting the whole, unit going. So, yeah.
When you threw that first pass of the first drive, or of the final drive, did you kind of have that oh no feeling when you saw that Rutgers defender almost pick it off?
Yeah, I mean, it came out of my hand bad, and I was just like, oh crap, but I guess it was just meant to be. And then I've seen River like practice that catch 1,000 times in the summer, and then even with Gabe on that phenomenal touchdown catch he had. I mean, those guys were doing that in the summer all the time, so it's no big deal that I've seen them do that a million times, and it's just nice to see them do it in a big time moment. But yeah, as Coach Leach said, I had the slipsies on that one. The ball just kind of came out a little bad.
Can you take us through the winning TD? What were you looking for and so forth?
So we got the first down. We wanted to get up there and get a kind of a play going. They were substituting on, so I just saw that we're going to kind of have a free play. We got a ball off good. Went through my progression. And River kind of improvised, and I just saw him in the back of the end zone. I knew I had to throw it high where nobody could get it, and he made a phenomenal catch. And the game over.
Where was it, I assume it was the DB that was on the 12th man? Did you know?
I didn't check. I just saw the guy running off, and I knew we got the play in, and we were set, so we got it going. It was just a nice job by our offense getting down and ready, and being able to make a play right there.
There's a noticeable difference with this squad this year. Last year against Rutgers, similar situation. You had a chance to win on the last drive, didn't happen. It seems like this might be a turning point or a turning of a corner, that the mentality that I know Leach has been stressing since he got here on campus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think really just as a whole team, we've kind of taken on the mentality that we're not giving up till 0-0, on the clock. And I don't think there's a doubt in our mind that we were going to, win that game right there, just because of all the hard work. And this team's a tight team, and it just shows in those moments. And I think last year maybe we just didn't have those, but I think this year I think we do, and it was a great job by the team.
What was the biggest difference for you guys, I guess, just as a team, maybe mentality-wise, between week 1 and week 2?
I don't know. I think respect your opponent. We just kind of, I don't know. We thought we'd go out there and just kind of make plays because we had a good summer, and unfortunately that doesn't happen. You got to go play the game on Saturday. I didn't think we had a good enough energy, and I thought this week we just came out chip on our shoulder, played as the underdog that we kind of look at ourselves as, and just went out there and killed it.
How do you carry it through for this weekend?
I mean, you just got to, ignore the noise, kind of go back to having that chip on your shoulder, being the underdog, and work even harder than we did last week, and get ready to play.
I know you guys go week to week, but is there any sort of momentum or confidence you feel like you can take with you from this game into this week as you prepare?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a tight game like that, you can do it in any situation. So I think you get a confidence from that, and just seeing that the defense is getting turnovers and stuff. I mean, 3 turnovers is awesome. We should have capitalized more on those, but just really, I think a good job by the whole team is just going to give us confidence by seeing that everyone when we play together, we're a pretty tough team to beat.
You hit on turnovers. That's kind of obviously lacking last year. How nice was that on Saturday to see, and how much more confidence does that give you in that group when they're out there?
I mean, it's awesome. I was sitting on the bench and I just saw the pick happen. I was like, this is a new feeling this year. So got to get out there ready to go, and it gives us confidence in the offensive unit that they're going to make stops and stuff that get us the ball more often. Destiny actually said, "I'm going to get you that ball," and it's funny. He got the turnover, came over to me and shoved it in my chest and said, "I told you I'd get you that ball." And he's like, "Go score now," and we ended up dead on that one, so that was pretty funny.
What do you know about Wyoming heading into this week's matchup?
I haven't really looked at them yet. I'll start that today, and I'll let you more know on Saturday. But I think they're a good team. We're going to go have to play our best and all that, and just have a good week of preparation.
And how important is it to get a win at home? It's been a long time since you've gotten that win at Martin Stadium, not to mention coming off of week 1 and now playing a team that's on the ropes, 0-2, has had a couple of bad losses themselves.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, it's important. We got to get a winning environment here. I think that's the big thing that's been missing. We just got to really kind of take the same mentality we have on the road here and bring it here and get this place going. I mean, it's going to take a lot of the fan supports getting out here and staying the whole game, being loud. And but I think we just need to have a great week of preparation and really just go play like we do on Wednesday's practice out there on Saturday.
Not that you would overlook anyone, but is that week 1 loss, does that help you week to week now to, not overlook things and really take every week as seriously as you can?
Yeah, I think so. I think, Leach always says respect everyone, fear no one. I think that really sets in for us. But, I'm trying not to look back on the week 1. We're focused on week 3, and I think we'll just have that same mentality going in that we did this week for this game.
Those kind of Leachisms, the respect everyone, fear no one, play the next play, it seems like Gabe has really internalized them and really, kind of, they mean a lot to him. Does he help Leach kind of spread those messages among the offense and receivers?
I don't know. You look at a guy like Gabe, and he's just a competitor, and that's gonna, I guess, rub off on everyone else. He's a fiery guy out there, and that just kind of goes on to everyone else. I don't know if I guess it helps Leach's cause. I think it helps the team's cause by just he wants the ball all the time. He wants to win, and he's a fun guy to play with because of just his competitive nature.
Is he someone that'll pull a guy aside and make a speech, or does he kind of let his play do it?
I think he just lets his play really show how much the game means to him and how much he wants to win. So I don't think he really needs to say anything. And if he did say something, then people would listen. So.
On the last drive, you found River 3 different times. Just talk about how much you rely on him and how reliable he's come through.
I heard he's Mr. Reliable. I heard that's the nickname. And it's true. I mean, River, I see him working his butt off all summer, and I know he wants the ball in those certain situations, and it just so happened that the reads brought me to him, and he made great plays, and he's just a gamer. He's a gamer. I can say nothing else besides that he just wants the ball, wants to be in those situations. He is a great player.
Questions on the line for Luke?
Yeah, Luke, this is Tim Chapman from Laramie in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And I was wondering, that's a lot of passes to throw already early in the season with no interceptions. How comfortable are you with the offense, your abilities, and the guys you have around you?
I feel really good. I mean, we just touched on how the offensive line's playing right now, just giving me a lot of time, and I think the receivers are doing a nice job of running the routes, getting open. And I mean, if you go through the read should take you to the open guy, and you shouldn't throw a pick or anything like that. So I think it's just the offensive system I'm in and the guys around me right now.
What were some of the toughest things about this offense to grasp, and what did it take for you to get to this level of comfort?
You just got to put in a lot of time of just, just seeing where space is going to be and everything like that, and then really just going through your reads and being disciplined on that. Some of my issues sometimes I have, trying to do too much and, not letting the reads take me to the play. I try to make a play with my arm or something, and, Leach always reminds me, if you went through the read, you'd have an open guy right there. It'd be much easier and you get more yards. So I think the biggest challenge is just being consistent with your reads and just going through them, find the open guy.
Luke Falk with Yellow Times. Leach said last week that he wanted to streamline your options as far as checking because he thought that you put too much in your plate at first. Did he do that, and how did that work out for you guys?
Yeah, we had a good system this week. He'd call in the play. I'd see the formation we're in. I could check anything I wanted to at the beginning, and then if I didn't like it, go to the play he selected. And really, I thought his play calling was awesome this week. And just really called what he put out there for me, and we just went fast. I thought our biggest issue week 1 was just tempo, and it was just trying to get the perfect play and on my part. But I think this week we had great tempo, just running the offense how it should be. And like I said, there's still a lot more meat on the table with those third downs in the red zone that we're going to touch up this week and get fixed. So. Yeah.
And on an unrelated note, the cost of attendance stipends that you guys are now getting with your checks, how much does that help your finances monthly? Is there anything that you can afford to get now that you maybe weren't able to get before?
Yeah, I think it's more so going to play in the summer though, because I think guys struggle a lot in the summer with the stipend, with housing and there's no food and all that. So I think a lot of the guys are going to save it up, have it for rent and everything going into the summer. So I think it's going to help up big time. Haven't really felt the effects yet. I think that'll be, like I said, more in the summer.
Thanks so much, Luke.
Hey, no problem. Thank you.
Any other questions on the line for Luke? Maybe one or two more in the room.
Yeah, Luke, where does that moment at the end of that game last week rank among like the top moments of your football career? That's got to be right near the top, right?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you win, it's great, and in a fashion like that, it's even better, I guess. So it's up there with some of them. I think still my first touchdown pass here is pretty special to me. I was pretty excited about that. So I have a lot of great football memories, and this will be at the top of them.